There are new indications tonight that President Obama's stimulus plan is failing to stop job losses or create significant numbers of jobs. There are now 30 million people out of work in this country. House Republicans found that 7 months into the stimulus, every state in the union except one has lost jobs. And the news today from one of the country's biggest manufacturers may prove especially embarrassing to President Obama. Inez Ferre with our report.
Back in February, President Obama went to a Caterpillar plant in Illinois to say that the stimulus bill would help bring back some of the more than 20,000 workers laid off by the heavy equipment maker.
Yesterday, Jim, the head of Caterpillar, said that if Congress passes our plan, this company will be able to rehire some of the folks who were just laid off.
Afterwards, the CEO of Caterpillar corrected the president, saying there would likely be more layoffs before any rehiring. This week, Caterpillar announced it'll bring back 550 laid-off workers by the end of next year, but is permanently cutting the jobs of 2,500 workers now on layoff. The reason? Lagging sales and uncertainty about the timing and strength of recovery. So how many jobs has the stimulus created? Administration officials say the stimulus money has created or saved 600,000 to 1.5 million jobs so far, and data that could support that claim will be released later this week. Republicans in Congress say that all but one state, North Dakota, have lost jobs since the stimulus took effect. Some conservative economists say we're not yet getting enough bang for the buck.
And what actually the data shows is while the government got the money and is starting to spend it. It's already spent over $100 billion. Unemployment rate is going up along with the money that is being spent.
The White House says many more jobs would have been lost without the stimulus. A top Obama economic advisor says unemployment is likely to remain near 10% until the end of next year.
Most analysts predict that the fiscal stimulus will have its greatest impact on growth in the second and third quarters of 2009. And by mid-2010, fiscal stimulus will likely be contributing little to further growth.
Romer says job losses will likely end next year and big gains may still be several quarters away.
And what's more important is how Americans are feeling at home. A new survey by a Washington think tank shows that 1 in 4 families say they've been hit by a job loss over the past year, and more than 40% have either lost their job or seen their hours or salary reduced. Lou?
These are tough times, and the discussion about recovery is not helpful to those, obviously, who have lost their jobs, who are underemployed, who are amongst the discouraged workers in this country. And we're not hearing a lot of discussion from this administration about jobs, the creation of jobs. And that is creating some criticism in several quarters. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Inez Ferre.